Hey, this is Ghost Joel and welcome to a debate time video. Yes, we haven't had a debate time in I think it's been about a week or week and a half since the last debate time, which is unbelievable. And that was, of course, the old movie park Germany video about what they could be theming their area to. And of course, since then we've had the confirmation of what it is. But this debating topic is a little bit different. And I've sort of gone into the archives and I've sort of picked out a few arguments here and there. And a smaller another YouTuber, I think his name's Park Bros, I think it's that one, or it could have been someone else, I can't remember exactly, but he did a video on this argument, and I sort of wanted to give my views on it, because I think it's time it needs to be discussed. So, this is all about the future of Volcano, the blast coaster at King's Dominion. Now, King's Dominion, in 2018, only just added Twisted Timbers, their RMC hurler, and there's been rumours for quite a while that Volcano the Blast Coaster could be on the chopping block. You look at the area where it is, and I think there's a massive empty building next to it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Whether it's still there or not, I'm not too sure. But you look at the Volcano Blast Coaster area and you think, if you combine that with a little bit of land here and there, you could create a decent sized coaster investment. Of course, I'm not expecting this for a while. I mean, if Volcano Blast Coaster was to close, it would be next season. If they're going to do something in a few years' time, like 2 or 3 years for the next coaster. So I'd be expecting Blast Coaster to probably close 2020 or 2021, and then do the coaster around 2023. Maybe even 2022 if they want to get the land prepared straight away. But Volcano Blast Coaster, if you don't know what the ride is, it's a 1998 Intamin suspended catapult coaster. It's the first launched inverted coaster built. And correct me if I'm wrong, is it the only inverted launch coaster ever built? I mean, I haven't seen any more invert launches from B&M, your Intamin, your S&S. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I've seen that. I mean, the Mack inverted power coaster, I guess you could technically call that one, but I mean, it's half dart ride. I'm talking about 100% coaster with like no slow dart ride element bits. So if you're talking 100% coaster, I think this is still the only launched inverted coaster, unless B&M bring out a sick new concept at next year's IAPA. So yeah, for now it will hold that title, but I think once other people start investing in a launch invert for a new concept, I think this coaster will bite the dust at some point. So going into sort of why I think this will close, I think it's getting to that stage now where it doesn't look as good as the bigger coasters. I mean, you look at let's compare the look of Volcano and Twisted Timbers. The Volcano, yes, it's a massive piece of theming, I guess you could call it that, but you look at Twisted Timbers and you think it's got a storyline, it's got a shed-themed station, it's got brilliant theming items around, it's got a decent layout. Volcano has got the massive volcano, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not exactly the best rated inverted coaster in the world. In fact, the best coaster in the world. I think it's been very heavily mixed reviews. It's been reviewed mixed by the public. I think more negative over positive now, which is a shame because, you know, it's nice to see the only one of its kind. And of course, once that gets removed, that will be the end of the suspended catapult coasters. That's another ride type gone and extinct. So interesting enough. But I do feel as if this coaster shouldn't be, you know, completely scrapped without a warning and said goodbye. Oh, P45. But I do feel as if this coaster should be honoured in some way, because it is a world's first. It's the first launched inverted coaster, and it's the only suspended catapult coaster by Intamin. It's two very rare records to hold. So if you were to close it either next season, even this season, if you were to close it this season or next season, or the year after that, or the year after that, whenever it decides to close, announce a date, get people to ride it for the final time, then send it to the scrapyard. I don't think it will go anywhere else. I think, like Firehawk at Kings Island, it's one of those coasters where another park just won't buy it unless they're dumb. It's been one of the worst inverted coasters ever built now. by any manufacturers, so if you were to send it to another park, that park must be either blind, stupid, or paying way too much money for the new ride. It's like Cannonen going to Cedar Point. You know, they don't need it, but they're willing to pay ridiculous amounts of money for it just to say, oh, we paid this amount, it's our largest investment ever. Just no. This coaster, from the reviews it's been getting, I wouldn't be surprised if it's worth a £5 in the scrapyard. A tenner if it goes to another theme park. And that would really make the headlines. You imagine the headlines. We'll take, I'm just using this park as an example. Let's use Sarkaniemi over in Finland, I think it is. I can't remember which country in Europe. I think it's Finland. Sarkaniemi. So, 2020, Sarkaniemi announces volcano eruption. The rethemed Volcano the Blast coaster from King's Dominion paid a maximum of £10, the lowest investment in the park's history. But all jokes aside, no, I don't think this coaster will be sent to another park. I think it will be the latest coaster to be sent to the diggers to get the old crushy, timey-wimey, you know, death sentence. Yeah, this coaster's being sent to death row, which is the scrapyard. So I don't think it'll be sent to another park. Now, what do you do with the site, you know, that's there? Because if you take Volcano out, you've got a decent sized plot of land there that seems a bit unused at the minute. I mean, you've got Volcano the Blast coaster, and it seems round the back, it sort of seems very unused. So I would do a Carowinds, and I would do a Mack launch. I would do a launch coaster either way. I wouldn't do anything other than a launch coaster, because replacing an inverted launch with a traditional launch, I know it's not inverted, but you get what I mean. It's a like-for-like swap in a way, because you're replacing a launched coaster with a launched coaster. So I guess you do have to interpret the process a bit, and you have to sort of stay to the loyalty of the former attraction, and you have to create a launch coaster to replace it. So I would go with the launch coaster for that site. I mean, I'm going to be talking more about this and other sites in a potential next roller coaster episode from King's Dominion in a few months' time. There's another one announced. We've got Movie Park Germany, Plopsaland Thorpe Park, Movie Park Germany, and now Gardaland, and we've got King's Dominion on the radar, and Six Flags Magic Mountain. So we've got way too many parks, and Blackpool Pleasure Beach. So yeah, I think this park will be sent to the scrapyard, and I think it will be a launch coaster replacing it, whether it's a Mack, whether it's an Intamin, I don't care. Just any kind of launch coaster. I mean, Intamin have been breaking grounds with their launch coasters at the minute. The Park Asterix one going in 2021. Taron's been breaking ground since it opened. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of others planned. The Jewel Dragons that looks good in China. I can't remember what park it is, but there's a park in China adding a dual spike Intamin launch coaster called Jewel Dragons. Also, Busch Gardens Williamsburg's multi-launch shuttle coaster by Intamin for 2020. From the little leak images that I've seen, and also don't forget the ride that ride's been compared to in terms of Busch Gardens Williamsburg and what they could be adding. Soaring with Dragon over in China, another great Intamin launch coaster, and I think they're really breaking ground worldwide with these launch coasters. Even especially the multi-launch. I haven't seen many single launches break ground on the next generation yet. It's all been about the multi-launches. Soaring with Draggle. Draggle? That's my new word of the day. Hashtag Draggle. I've been playing this app called Harry Potter's Hogwarts Express. That's the new word I'm going to try and get into the game. Draggle. Expelliarmus Draggle. I think that's the sort of group to dragons. You've got a dragon and you've got Draggle, which is like a group of them. Staying on track. So yeah, you've got the Intamin next gens have been mainly about the multi-launches rather than single launches, so they've been sort of breaking ground more than just one launches, like your Ritas, your Accelerators, your Superman Escape over in Australia, that are a part that I hardly know. But no, I think Intamin's been breaking ground more with the multi-launchers. Mac, again, same with Mac. The multi-launchers have been breaking ground a bit more than the single launchers. I mean, you look at the success of Helix, you look at Icon, Star Trek Operation Enterprise. You look at coasters like that and you think that those coasters, those multi-launchers have been breaking ground. Blue Fighter Park, I guess that's been breaking ground as well. That's been a fantastic investment for the park. At Europa Park in Germany. So whatever route you take for a launch coaster, I mean, they could even surprise us and go for an S&S and go for a Max Force-esque type launch coaster. You know, the S&S air launch coaster, sort of bring that to the Virginia state over in America. So yeah, some very interesting debating topics to talk about there surrounding Volcano, the Blast Coaster. But I do feel like within the next 3-4 years, it will be taken down and it will be sent to the scrapyard to be replaced by a new attraction. But if it's not removed in the next 3-4 years' time, what have they been smoking? They've been smoking some real good stuff over there. For a high price. Resident Evil fans will know that guy. What are you buying? But there we go. So that's this debate time episode from Volcano, the Blast Coaster from King's Dominion, whether it's closing. That's another video done for today. I've got plenty of videos going on around here right now. I've got some potential next roller coaster episodes that's going to last me up until the end of summer, heading into September. I'm sure there's going to be some brand new news stories coming out. Of course, you've got many things to look forward to at the start of the season. You've got different dates, many rumours about next season. I'm sure once the rumours start early, I think the earlier the rumour, the more chance of it being a bigger attraction, or the earlier the construction starts and the groundwork is laid, the bigger the attraction you're going to have for next season. So, again, very interesting stuff. Of course, you've got the Six Flags announcement, which usually comes around about end of August, so I can't wait to review that. In fact, to be fair, I have a very early summer holiday. I finish uni around April, May time, so I can bring out videos daily after May. I can bring out daily videos left, right and centre, so, and it could be more than one video per day. It could be getting a pre-recorded one and a recorded one on the day, both on that day, so there you go. I mean, when it gets around to April, May, then I am yours. I am yours to control. But thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss any of that thrilling content. And from Mao, that's the new Japanese anime character. My name is Coaster Chal. Keep living the coast life, dudes, and I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Take care. Have an awesome day, my friends.
Please stand clear. The gates are about to close. Your ride on Colossus is about to begin. Keep your arms inside the train, your feet on the floor, and brace yourselves at all times. Keep your arms inside the train, your feet on the floor, and brace yourselves at all times.